This is going to be a carburetor removal on a Polaris Predator 50 two-stroke. Got the seat removed. This one's missing one of the front fenders. Be able to see up in there a little easier, but overall, this one's not too bad. On these, I usually start out with removing the airbox right here. I'm gonna have that guy, and one down there. Remove that. Then you have this clip right here. Normally you can get it with your hands. Don't need any pliers for this one. Slide it back just like that and pop the airbox off. Sometimes you can get away with removing just the top one, leaving the bottom one, popping that guy off and sliding it out of the way for now. That'll give you most of the room you need to work with to get this guy off. Now would be a good time to check if the petcock's working good. Easy way to do that, pop the fuel line, turn it on, make sure gas comes out, and then pop it on reserve, make sure fuel comes out as well. And then when you put it on off, make sure fuel stops, because you don't want the fuel constantly running inside the carburetor. So now it's just a good time to check that. It's a $10 part on eBay. Might as well do it now. I also like to remove it just to get it out of the way. It's a little easier to work up in there. You don't have to do this. I just like doing it just because it takes a few seconds and it's not hard at all. Pull it up, get it out of the way. I'll leave it down here by the airbox. Once you get those two popped off, airbox and the petcock, you're gonna come around to this side and you will be able to see that Phillips right there. Gonna need to pop that clamp off, and that'll get it out, your carburetor off the intake boot, and you will be good to pull it off. Just loosen that guy. Should be good enough. Go to the other side. You should be able to pull it right off. And then you can start disconnecting the throttle and the gas line and all the other lines. This thing's been sitting for some time. Everything's hard as a rock. But with some wiggling, you should be able to get it right out. Now that you got your carburetor popped off, it's time to disconnect your choke, your throttle, your gas line, and the vent lines. Right here, you got Phillips. Easiest way to do these, just take a flathead and a pair of pliers and these will all pop right off. Do that real quick. Make sure you take pictures or keep route of all the lines, so when you put it back on, you get everything on the same exact way. Gas line off. There's gonna be one vent line right there. That goes on right there on the other side of the carb. And once you get the two Phillips out of the throttle, this guy should slide right out. If it's not all gummed up in there. If it is, you're gonna have to give it a little bit of force. Help it get out like that. And as you can see, all gummed up. This one definitely needs a deep cleaning. Oof. Pull this choke off, and then this guy's gonna be free. So once you remove the two Phillips heads from the choke, that guy will just slide right out. Then you have your carburetor ready to swap a new one on or clean and rebuild this guy. I always put the screws, the Phillips head from the choke and the throttle back in. That way it's just easy to keep track of them. But there you go, Polaris Predator 50. We'll go to the other side. Boom. Polaris Predator 50.